Hey, it's Frank here with 4D Honeybee, and this is the follow-up to the follow-up of the follow-up on my troubled hive, where a week ago I left on vacation, and I didn't know if there was a queen in here, a new queen laying, or whether there was a worker bees laying, because there is larvae. I didn't see eggs, but I did see larvae, and couldn't really tell if it was drone comb or not, and really the replies on YouTube were more or less 50-50 as to whether it's a new queen that's just starting to lay that was superseded, or if it's just a worker laying. So now I will know, because I've been away for a week, so either I'll find capped and some hatched worker larva, which means there is a queen in there, or I will find a load of drone comb. Right? Either way, I should know whether there's a queen in there or not, whether I can see her or not. And they have built up some of the honey super as well here. I left the honey super on just to give them space to work. But, so that's a good sign to start. They are coming up here. So I'll remove this honey super, and I will have a look into the, I'll have a quick look in the second super box up here, because I extracted a couple frames and replaced them, so I want to see what they've done with that empty frame, if they've put brood on it, or if they've just put filled it up with honey, because this second brood box was definitely honey bound, and that was causing a problem as far as not having any room for the new queen to lay, right? So let's just have a quick look here, and from the outside it looks like they're just filling this up with honey. Wow, it looks like the entire box is filled with capped or soon to be capped honey. Let's just see if that's the case here. No, it's not the case. So this is one of the frames I replaced, and you can see all they've done is clean it up really nicely. And on this side, same thing. It's just a perfect frame for the queen to do with what she wishes. Look next door, and I see again just a whole bunch of supersedure cells. And sort of the story of this hive is that they've been trying to supersede or trying to make a new queen basically since day one. I don't really know why, but I think really what's got to happen, depending on what we see as far as brood down below, I already see a couple supersedure cells here, so I think what's probably got to happen is either I have to replace this hive. Yeah, it's all drone comb. So it points towards a laying workers, and you can see there's 3 supersedure cells there. I'm going to have a look and see if there's an egg in there. Nope, nope. And one is kind of capped. Look at this, the one in the middle is capped, but it's very small. And there's not room for a queen in there, so I don't know what's going on. The other 2 are empty. Yeah, there's no larva in there. So again, not a good sign on this first one. All drone comb, and as I look at the frame beside it, it's the same. It's all drone comb. So it's looking like we have laying workers there. So I will either have to get rid of the workers by shaking them off someplace far away and putting a new queen in here, or just putting a new queen in here, a laying queen if I can find one at this time, and hoping that she will get this situation rectified, or I will just have to split this hive into my other 2 hives and hope that they gain some strength from the new number of bees. So here's a honey frame on one side, and oh, both sides are honey. Even this, you look at the honey, it's not the pure white, you know, basically off-white yellow honey that you associate with a nice frame. It's kind of dark, and I wonder why that is. It could be the flowers that they're getting, but that's unusual to have such a dark honey frame. Okay, I'm going to put this one back together. I think I've seen enough up here. I'm going to go look in the bottom brood box and see what's going on there. But I think I'm going to see a lot of the same. I think I'm going to see a whole lot of drone comb. which is indicative of a laying worker bees as opposed to a queen. And in that case, I'm going to have to take action, and what that action is, I don't know yet. So I'm willing to take your advice and your commentary on what you think that action should be, knowing that we're in late August now, right? It's August 30th, so there's not much time for this hive. There's a decent number of bees in here. I mean, it's not massive, but it's not, you know, it's not dwindling or anything. There's still a good amount of bees, but there's no right laying queen in here, is what I'm seeing. So we'll see if the bottom brood box confirms that. I'd be very surprised if it didn't. And then we need to take action. It's as simple as that. Wow, it's very heavy. A lot of honey in here, that's weird. Okay, so let's see. Just move you down a bit so you can get a better look at this bottom brood box. I'm going to smoke these guys a little bit because the last time I came to check them out was an overcast day like it is today, and they hadn't stung me at all, but I took 8 stings that day. All in my back, all probably because I sweat through the suit, and it didn't offer me any protection. So I'd rather not get stung 8 times today. Okay, so again, there's a decent number of bees here. So it's not horribly desperate as far as the number of bees. This side doesn't look so good, but this side, let's see, it's all drone comb, eh? So there's clearly a laying worker here. I mean, I'm still looking for a queen, obviously, but I suspect the queen either swarmed, or they got rid of her, or she took off on her own. And this hive has been queenless for some time. So, what is the solution now? August 30th, still a decent number of bees. I can make room for the new queen to lay. But is it too late for that? You can see it's all drone comb that is laid here, right? So this, I am going to consider queenless now, officially. I know some people have said that weeks ago on previous videos, and that's good. I appreciate it. This kind of makes it definitive. All drone comb. Now what do I do? Do I get rid of this drone comb? Or would the queen get rid of it? With the new queen, if I do put a new queen in. Now this next frame is a frame that I extracted, so I'm curious to see what they're doing in here. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they filled it up with worker eggs. Yeah, they've already started to do that. And they've started to stretch out. There's larvae in here, and they've started to stretch out a couple of cells, looking like they're making queen cells out of them. You see that? But they've been trying to make a queen, and I have killed a couple of queen cells myself, but there have been a ton of queen cells that actually look like they've hatched even. But they've never made a queen, or she's never stuck around, or they've never been happy with her. So I'm not going to be able to let the hive solve the issue. They haven't been able to solve the issue, and there's not enough time left in the summer for that. So I'll check all the frames just to make sure I'm not missing anything major, but it looks like pretty much the conclusion is that the hive is queenless. They have laid a bunch of drone. There has been laying workers, and I have to address it one way or another very soon. I will keep the camera rolling for these last couple of frames just in case you see something that I don't. This is just a honey frame that's being capped off. Another frame full of honey and 2 queen super seed cells going, but just looking really weird. Check this out. Look at this. Even the queen super seed cell doesn't look right. See, this should be a big peanut, which it kind of looks like, but then it's got a big hole in the side of it. And this wasn't here a week ago. See that? Got another one started here. Oh, you know what? I think this is one that they had torn apart. Yeah, this is one where they had, it looked like the one on the right had hatched, and then the one on the left had been torn apart. So it looked like a new queen had hatched. That's why I thought maybe there was a new queen in here laying, and that she just needed to sort herself out. But that's not the case. Or if it was, she hasn't sorted herself out, and there's no queen laying in this hive. Last frame I'm going to check, and again, it's just a frame that's empty. Has a bit of honey in it, and that's it. So, something has to be done. Let me know what you think it should be, and I will take action. I'm still kind of on vacation, so I will hang around to help out this hive. But time is limited, right? It's late August. It's been a very cool summer in Toronto, and it hasn't been ideal bee foraging weather, so that probably hasn't helped the situation. But I have other hives that are doing okay, one hive that's doing really well, and one hive that is this one, which is struggling, right? So thanks for joining me at 4D Honeybee, and let me know your thoughts.